Hello everyone, welcome to Mixed Media Monday. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun with some encyclopedia paper and yeah, we're going to have a bit of fun. 1 second. I'm just going to come in and try and fix the problems I've got with my spine. There we go. Well, not with my actual spine, with my art journal spine. So we will be doing this every day, every class until we switch to our new art journal. It's just, we've only got a few classes left in this art journal, and I like to finish them. I really do. So there we go. Just stretching a little bit. The trick is to make sure that we don't rip this part here. We just want to stretch the stitching, not rip the stitching. Sometimes it's a bit difficult. I won't lie to you there. It is, it gets interesting with it all, but, you know, it's okay. Okay, so let's get started. So what we're going to come and do is I just want to rip little bits and pieces of my encyclopedia paper. Now we're just going to have some encyclopedia paper fun today. A few bits and pieces. There we go. Okay, and then I was thinking we could put a little bit of gauze in and around. So just realized I don't have any scissors. How did that happen? 1 second. Sorry about that. Hay fever. Just come in and distress it. Well, we might not use this big piece though. I'm going to come in and use all of my little small pieces I've got off to the side here. Don't know where I've put them all. Okay, there we go. There's one piece of gauze. It is slightly coloured a bit purple. I will admit to that one. Oh, I stuffed my phone on there too. Oh, sorry. There we go. Now this is loosely what it's going to look like when we are finished gluing this. That one. Okay. Do you think we need a bit of encyclopedia paper there? A bit more there. Okay, so what we're going to come and do is we're going to come and have a bit of fun. So let's just remove those ones there and now grab our gel medium. Matte. I use matte because I like the matte finish, but you can use gloss if you like. And then just give me 1 second. Right, there we go. There we are. Sorry about that. Sometimes the camera likes to strobe when I've got the curtain open. Okay, there we go. Now, let's come in and get this a really nice good coat. Now this is super thick because we're about to apply like a heap. And I mean a heap of collage. So I'm just going to come in and really get the coating nice and even. my gaps. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our creative palette. Use one of the slices there for our glue. Okay, and now just going to come in and really rub it in to the glue. And we're first going to do bits that aren't going to touch each other. Really crucial there. Bits that just not going to touch each other. And where they are, what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a bit of glue, put it on top, put it down, put it on top, and there we go. I'm just really rubbing into the sides there. Oh, got a bit of a gap there. Okay. Okay. Pushing that into the spine with our fingernail. And where's the piece that's going to go in between those two? There it is. It's really just coming in. It's going to be very gluey for the next couple of minutes. Okay. And then nope, this way. I think it's just a preference. Okay, it's kind of making it look a little bit star-opening. This piece here. And then what we want to come and do is we want to just wet the edges of all the bits. Not wet. Come and put glue on all the bits that have got things over the edge. And then we're going to fold them over. There we go. We are. And then just going to put that piece there. Piece there and that piece there. And then we're going to grab our glue. Where did I put the glue tube? Up there. Just going to grab our glue and put a bit on our palette. A bit more. There we go. Then we're going to come in and stick down our gauze. Yeah, just going to need a bit more glue. Gauze is very absorbent. It's just what you've got to remember, but I love the texture of gauze. Just wondering, yeah, do need a bit of a piece there. Hold up. let me get... Once again, I'm looking for scissors. Where am I? I'm going to have to go and find where all my scissors are after this. It's okay. There we go. I'll fix it up. We are running out of gel medium matte tubes, so give me a minute. Let me have a look at my other tubes. I have several tubes here. This one here might have some. Oh my gosh, look at that. Perfect. Like I said, I have several tubes. So then I've always got a backup. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. All stuck. There we go. Now, before we dry the glue or do any of that, we're going to come in and do a bit of stenciling. So there's that one there. And we're going to do a bit of stenciling today with a sponge. Now, I did get some feedback a couple of weeks ago asking if I could do another tutorial on how to use a sponge with our stencils, just because I had been using a lot of the chunky, the stencil brushes, which are these ones, for anyone who's new, and the gesso brushes. I prefer these two because I get a bit of texture with them, whereas the sponge gives a bit of smooth, but we're going to do the sponge today to show. Just because, yeah, there got a few questions about it, so we'll go through it again. And that's why I'm here. So, like, if you do have any suggestions of what you'd like to see, just let me know, and I'll do a video about it. Okay, so I'm thinking this light sky blue. Yes, let's do this. So we need a palette knife. Just going to grab a bit and put it on our creative palette. Nice. Now this is the mermaid lace. I believe it's the 8x8 one. It is beautiful. It's one of our first ever stencils at Scrapbook Fantasies. So I'm just going to grab a bit of paint on my sponge. And as you can see, I'm moving it away from the big pile of paint. And let me show you. It's nice and thin layer. There's no super thick blobs. It's nice and thin, and that's what you want. So when you come in, you do it, you just lightly press. And we're just going to keep coming in and over. We are stenciling a little bit over our gauze as well. We lift, and oh my gosh, beautiful. Right, let's come over here. There we go. Put a bit of blue there. I'm just sponging out a bit of extra paint along the edges. Kind of overkilling it with the blue. I do like this blue colour. I don't often use it, but I do like it. Okay, so there's that one. Now what we're going to come and do is, I think we're going to give this a little bit of a quick dry. I also haven't misplaced my heat tool, have I? No, just the scissors today. Beautiful. Okay, so let's... Huh. We're not going to give this a quick try. Don't worry about that. We're all good. I moved something this morning and I knew I'd forget about it. It's okay. Right, instead, we're going to come in with our acrylic ink and we're just going to go wet on wet today. Which is my favourite type of thing to do. However, if you don't like working on lots of wet paint, you can dry in between layers. That is all good. So we've got some white acrylic ink out. Excellent. And let's get a paintbrush. Which one do we want to use today? You know what? I think I might use my fan brush. I'll show you all the different ways we can use a fan brush. I'm just going to grab my fan brush. And we're going to come in start off by just getting that like that there. Spreading out that white. There we go. Now, still with our fan brush and a bit of water on it. Let's grab I think our yellow. And our green. Where is that palette knife? Give it a bit of clean with the excess gauze we had. Get a bit of this light green. Okay. Then let's grab yellow. Put a bit of water on the brush as we go. Just let it sit on top. Okay, and then we're going to grab some of that green now on our fan brush. And we're just going to come in and actually do strikes. Go, and then let's grab some of this dark blue. and some dark purple. So with the dark blue, all we want to do is the sponge from earlier. Just going to grab a bit of that dark blue and kind of mix it in with the light blue. Get us a bit of, you know, unique colouring. There we go. And then grab our stencil. I'm just going to realign for the little bits of lace that we can still see. Just come in. And do bits and pieces. And then let's come up and do a bit up here. Right. A bit more. Down here. We're just going to smudge that. Okay, there we go. Now, if we grab our gauze, making sure it's not wet. So this is the piece of gauze that we didn't use. We're just going to come back in. And remove some of the paints. Then we can see some of the encyclopedia paper that we've got underneath. Oh yeah. Okay, and now we want, where is that sponge? And then you can use that sponge again. A bit of purple on it. We're going to bounce it in a bit of the blue so we get a purpley blue. Purple blue tone. Just come and blend it out like this if you want. Okay, and then there we go. And now let's come and grab some of the white ink off of our palette on the fan brush. I'm grabbing a bit of water. Just going to come in. And flick it so then it's going outwards along all of our journal. And then we're just going to clean our fan brush again. I'm grabbing some of that white. So again, just going to spread a bit of it. And then grabbing another, I think, small-ish paintbrush. This one here, I think. What we need is... Well, we could do this with the fan, actually. Let's try and do it with only one brush today, hey? Let's do that. One brush. Okay, with the fan brush, grab a bit of the blue. Bit of that dark blue. There we go. And then... before cleaning the brush, we're just going to grab a bit of the dark purple. Nice. Okay, and then I think we just need a bit of yellow there. Streaking that way. I have flicked my fingers now. And a bit of yellow. Really, right there. Okay, right. Yes. Okay. Think. Bit of green. A bit of green at the tip there. Bit of green there. Okay, and then I don't know if it needs anything else. Maybe another flick of white and then we'll be good. Oh, a bit too much water. There we go. And I think we're done. Very happy with that. So we only used a fan brush and a sponge today, a stencil and 2 sheets of encyclopedia paper. So you can see, you get to really see how much you can do with a fan brush. Like, you can do a lot. Also, you could also use the other end of the brush here to make like little dots too. Forgot to mention that part of it. 1 second. just now going to add a few of these. This is the hard part. Telling when it's finished. I kind of look at it as once I'm very happy with it, finished. Sometimes it does frustrate me, but in those times I just step back, have a drink of water, and go for a bit of a walk, or go and cook or fold, or do one of the other things I need to do. And I'll come back and I'll know what I want to do. Okay. And there we are. There is our art journal page for this Mixed Media Monday. Thank you for coming. Hope you had fun learning all the different things that you could do with a fan brush, and we'll be back next week for another class. If you do watch all the Scrapbook Fantasies classes, we have our open Friday Night Live coming this Friday, and then we also have, if you are a Hub member for the Creative Hub, you can watch all of my mixed media classes on there as well, and you can also watch our 2 weekly classes for this week in it, and all the past ones as well, anywhere, anytime. So thank you for your time, and I will see you on the next one. And if you only just watch my Mixed Media Mondays, a new one will be released next Monday as well. So thank you for coming, and see yous all when I see you next. Have a lovely time painting this one. Bye. Thank you. Bye.